Today we're going to talk about something you probably eat every day, without even thinking twice. It's a common part of your diet. It looks harmless. In fact, many people think it's healthy. But what if I told you that this one thing is silently damaging one of the most important organs in your body, your liver? Every time you put it on your plate, it might feel like just another meal, just another normal day. But inside your body, a slow, quiet war is going on. And your liver is paying the price. Most people don't realize it. Even some doctors overlook it. But recent research has revealed some shocking facts. And once you understand the truth, you might never look at your plate the same way again. If you're over 50, chances are you've been feeling more tired lately. Maybe your energy just isn't what it used to be. You might chalk it up to age. That's what most people do. But there's more to the story. Your liver could be overwhelmed, working overtime to process something it was never meant to handle, so often. And because the liver is a quiet organ, it doesn't complain until the damage is already underway. You may feel fatigued, sluggish, or moody. You might notice your digestion isn't the same, and it's easy to ignore those signs. But the truth is, this one everyday food is putting serious pressure on your liver, and unless you do something about it, the consequences can be severe. Now you might be thinking I'm talking about junk food or takeout meals, but no, that's not it. The item I'm talking about is something that's in almost every kitchen. It's probably in your home right now. You might have grown up eating it. It's used in recipes passed down for generations. It makes food taste richer, more comforting. But your liver doesn't care about taste. Every time you eat this, your liver is forced to process compounds that increase inflammation, create oxidative stress, and slowly wear down liver cells. Over time, this constant assault can lead to a buildup of fat, scarring, and in worst cases, even liver failure. But it doesn't happen overnight. That's what makes it so dangerous. The damage is silent, invisible, until it's too late. The liver is one of the most resilient organs in your body. It works hard, day and night, filtering out toxins, balancing hormones, supporting digestion. It doesn't ask for much. But when it starts showing signs of trouble, like yellowing eyes, dull skin, or a feeling of heaviness in your belly, it's already in distress. Unfortunately, most people don't connect these symptoms to the food they're eating every single day. And that's where the real danger lies, because without knowing it, you could be harming your liver meal after meal, year after year, just by keeping this one item in your diet. I want you to stick with me through this video because we're going to uncover exactly what this ingredient is, why it's so harmful, and how you can start healing your liver naturally. I'm not just here to scare you. I'm here to help you take control of your health. If you or someone you love is in their 50s, 60s, or beyond, this information could be life-changing. You don't need expensive pills or complicated treatments to protect your liver. Sometimes the answer is as simple as knowing what to remove from your plate. And once you make that one small change, your body can begin to heal, sometimes faster than you think. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten something that felt completely normal, maybe even healthy, only to find out later that it wasn't what it seemed? That's exactly what's happening with this particular ingredient. It's become so deeply woven into our daily meals that we don't even question it anymore. It's advertised as harmless, sometimes even as heart-healthy or doctor-approved. And yet more and more studies are showing that it may be one of the most common contributors to chronic liver strain, especially in people over 50. The scary part? It doesn't cause immediate pain. There's no loud warning, no sudden illness. Instead, it works slowly day by day, breaking down your liver's natural defenses, weakening its ability to detoxify your body, and leaving you vulnerable to a range of long-term issues that often get dismissed as just aging. It's shocking how many people are suffering from liver-related symptoms and don't even realize it. Trouble sleeping, unexplained weight gain, brain fog, itchy skin, bad breath. Yes, even that. These can all be signs that your liver is struggling. But instead of looking at the root cause, we often try to treat the symptoms. A sleeping pill here, a digestion aid there, some painkillers for body aches, and suddenly we're taking 5 different medications without asking why our body is feeling this way in the first place. The truth is, your liver is overwhelmed, and it's trying to keep up with the daily load you're unknowingly giving it. This hidden ingredient makes it worse. It adds fat where fat doesn't belong. It interferes with your liver's ability to break down toxins. It triggers inflammation in the liver's cells, which over time leads to scarring. Doctors call this fibrosis. If it continues, it can turn into something much worse: cirrhosis or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And guess what? You don't need to drink a single drop of alcohol to get it. This food, this simple, innocent-looking item, can do just as much harm as years of drinking. And the most frightening part, it's everywhere, from your breakfast to your dinner, even in those healthy packaged items you might be eating to improve your diet. It hides under different names with clever labeling, but your liver isn't fooled by packaging. It feels every bite. Now, I know this might sound overwhelming. You might be thinking, well, if it's in everything, what can I even eat? But don't worry, we're not going to leave you hopeless. This video is about awareness and action. The first step to healing is knowing what's hurting you. And the moment you remove this daily liver burden, your body begins to change. Seniors who've cut it out have reported better energy, clearer skin, improved digestion, and even weight loss without trying. Not because they went on some extreme diet, but because they stopped silently poisoning their liver. I know that might sound dramatic, but that's the reality. Your liver is a filter, and if your filter is clogged, your whole body suffers. But the good news is the liver is one of the few organs that can regenerate. It can repair itself if you give it the chance. And that starts with making just one change in your kitchen. One small decision that could mean the difference between a life of fatigue and a life of vitality. In just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly what this ingredient is, how to spot it, and how to replace it, with better, safer options that your liver will thank you for. Let's take a moment and imagine what your liver is really doing every day. Most people never think about it, but it's one of the hardest working organs in your entire body. It's not just filtering out alcohol or breaking down medicine. It's working non-stop to clear toxins from the food you eat, the air you breathe, even the water you drink. It processes fat, manages blood sugar, regulates hormones, and supports your immune system. All day, every day, without a break. So when you feed it something it can't handle, something unnatural, heavily processed, or chemically altered, it doesn't just shrug and move on. It struggles, it slows down, and the effects ripple throughout your entire system. You might think you're eating healthy. Maybe you've made changes, cut down on fried food, added more vegetables, started drinking more water. But if you're still eating this one thing, all those good efforts are being undone. Your liver can't keep up with the stress it causes, and here's the hard truth. When your liver isn't working properly, nothing in your body works properly. It becomes harder to burn fat. Your cholesterol levels rise, you get tired faster, you feel heavy even after eating light, and worst of all, your risk for serious diseases increases without you even knowing it. People end up in the hospital asking, how did this happen? And the answer was right there on their plate every single day. This ingredient is deceptive. It's not obviously dangerous like deep-fried food or soda. In fact, many products that contain it are labeled as low-fat, sugar-free, or natural. It's marketed as modern, safe, even helpful, in moderation. But your body doesn't see it that way, especially as you get older. As we age, our organs lose a bit of their efficiency. That's natural, but that also means our liver becomes more sensitive to what we eat. And continuing to eat something that slowly inflames and clogs your liver is like pouring oil into a car engine that's already overheating. Eventually, it breaks down. Maybe you've been noticing changes in your health lately. Little things you brushed off, skin getting itchy for no reason, waking up groggy even after a full night's sleep, stomach bloating after simple meals. These aren't just random symptoms. They're whispers from your body, signals, warnings. And now is the time to listen. You don't need another medication to cover them up. You need to remove the root cause. The longer this goes on, the harder it becomes to reverse the damage. But if you take action now, you can begin to feel better, sometimes within weeks. People often ask, but why would they allow this in our food if it's so harmful? The truth is, it's cheap. It makes food taste better. It increases shelf life. It's convenient for companies, but costly for your health. That's why it's so important to educate yourself. Don't wait for a doctor to find something wrong in a test. Don't wait for fatigue to become illness. You have the power to make a change today. And in just a minute, I'll reveal what this ingredient is and how to get it out of your diet without giving up the foods you love. At this point, you're probably wondering, what exactly is this ingredient I keep talking about? You've heard how it affects your liver, how it sneaks into your food, and how it causes symptoms you may already be dealing with. You're probably going through your kitchen in your mind, thinking about what you ate today. Maybe toast with something spread on top, a bowl of cereal, a frozen meal for lunch, a light salad dressing. These are everyday choices, nothing out of the ordinary. But that's what makes this so dangerous. It hides in plain sight. It's not something you think twice about. But your liver has been thinking about it every single day. I want you to think about packaged foods. Things that come in boxes, bags, jars. Those items that sit on shelves for weeks or months. Why don't they spoil? How do they stay fresh so long? It's because they've been altered, preserved, processed. And one of the most common tools used to do that is something you'll see on ingredient labels all the time. Vegetable oils. Yes, that so-called heart-healthy cooking oil that's in nearly every processed food today. Oils like soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, these are industrial oils, stripped of their natural nutrients and chemically treated before they ever reach your plate. And they're silently wreaking havoc on your liver. You might be shocked. After all, you've probably heard for years that vegetable oils are better than butter, that they lower cholesterol, that they're good for your heart. But what they don't tell you is that these oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in large amounts, as most of us do, create an inflammatory environment in your body. Inflammation is the starting point for countless chronic conditions, including liver disease. Your liver takes the biggest hit because it's responsible for processing fats. And when it's forced to break down these unstable oxidized oils every day, it starts storing fat inside itself, leading to what's called fatty liver. What's worse, these oils aren't just in what you cook with. They're hidden in salad, dressings, baked goods, snack bars, crackers, even so-called healthy frozen meals. Unless you're checking every label, and most people aren't, you're likely consuming several tablespoons of inflammatory oil every day without realizing it. For seniors, this is even more critical. As the body ages, it loses its ability to process toxins efficiently, so even a small amount of these harmful oils can lead to bigger problems in less time. That's why so many people over 60 are now being diagnosed with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and most of them don't even know what caused it. But now you do. You're no longer in the dark, and that means you can take back control. You don't need to throw out everything in your pantry overnight, but you do need to become aware. Start reading labels. Look for the hidden names. Vegetable oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil. These are the enemies of your liver, and once you start removing them, even slowly, your liver can begin to breathe again. You might start to feel lighter, sleep better, think more clearly, because your body isn't fighting a daily battle anymore. It's finally healing, and all because you took one small step toward awareness. Now that you know the truth, it's time to do something about it. You don't need to panic, and you don't need to turn your life upside down overnight. But you do need to start somewhere. If you're like most people, you've probably been consuming these oils for decades without realizing what they're doing to your liver. The good news is, your body wants to heal. It's ready to repair the damage. Your liver, especially, is incredibly resilient. It just needs a break. It needs the burden lifted. And that begins the moment you say no to the foods that are silently working against you. Start simple. The next time you're at the store, pick up a bottle of whatever oil you usually buy. Read the label. If it says soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, or any blend of vegetable oil, put it back. Instead, reach for cold-pressed olive oil, avocado oil, or even coconut oil in moderation. These healthier fats support your liver instead of overwhelming it. And when it comes to packaged foods, take a moment to scan the ingredients. The more aware you become, the easier it gets. This isn't about giving up flavor or joy. It's about protecting the health of the organ that quietly protects you every single day. Think about what your life could look like a few months from now if your liver were functioning at its best. More energy, clearer skin, fewer cravings, better sleep, a stronger immune system, These aren't distant dreams. They're all tied to your liver. And with one small change, you can begin to experience them. It's not magic, and it's not some expensive supplement being pushed online. It's just the simple truth. When you stop putting harmful oils into your body starts doing what it was meant to do: heal, recover, and thrive. There are millions of seniors right now who are suffering from liver conditions and don't know why. Many are on medications to manage symptoms that could be drastically reduced or eliminated if the root cause was addressed. That root cause, for many, is sitting in a bottle on their kitchen counter. But now, you know better. You have the information. You have the power. And you can start making the right choices, not just for yourself, but for the people you care about. Because when you protect your liver, you're not just improving your health, you're increasing your freedom. More good days, fewer doctor visits, and a future where you feel in control again. So take this knowledge seriously. Go check your labels. Clear out the silent threats hiding in your pantry. Give your liver the break it's been begging for. You don't have to be perfect, just aware, just intentional. Because the sooner you take action, the sooner your body can begin to thank you. It starts with one choice, one step. And it starts today.